Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing great. You know, it's a beautiful day here in sunny Western Australia. I think it's gonna be like 36 degrees today. It's hot. It's sizzling. I love it, man. It's funny, man. This is how I know people are supposed to live in the sun. Because when the sun is out, people become energetic. I don't know. You know, I can't live in some cold weather, man. Europe is not for me. I could maybe Vegas if I was to live in America. You know, I love the sun. It's just like, you know, you're energetic. Sometimes the cold is all right. You know, but I love the sun and I love rains at night because I sleep better when it's raining. I don't know about you, but, you know, it's nice and great over here. Guys, I just want to make this quick video, like real quick. You know, since the beginning of this pandemic, Africa has done extremely well. Extremely well. You know, we're not going to get credit. And I'm sure this has so many racists scratching their head, you know, because everyone was anticipating a situation in Africa where people were dying everywhere, on the streets, everywhere. But you know what? We've learned a lot from everything that these guys have thrown on us. You know, to me, it wouldn't even surprise me if 100 years from now, we find out that scientists in America, because we know where this thing came from, created this to kill black people. It wouldn't surprise me. Because one thing I've heard about it is that if you have less vitamin D, it increases the chances of you actually, when you have the virus, of it becoming fatal if you have less vitamin D. But if you go around the world, you find that the people who are more likely to suffer from vitamin D deficiency are my people. You know, because we have something that's it's a double-edged sword. You know, the melanin prevents us from burning in the sun. We do burn, don't get me wrong. There's temperatures where people get burned. It happened to my sister. You better come to Australia if you think black people don't burn in the sun. We do burn. It's just we burn at a higher temperature compared maybe to like Europeans. You know, but we do burn. But that's something that makes us resist the sun a little bit. The same thing prevents us from absorbing that vitamin D, or from having the component that allows vitamin D to be absorbed into in our blood system. You know, so it's a double-edged sword. But apparently, people with less vitamin D, who are most likely to be black, are likely to die from this a virus. You know, so I'm saying 100 years from now, the truth might come out. You know, so in Africa we've done extremely well, especially. So, you know, especially, and this, I think the lack of vitamin D actually going to happen a lot to Africans that live in places like America and Europe. Not necessarily the Africans that live in Africa, because obviously the weather there, it's hot. The weather there is a little bit warmer. And also, people don't have the luxury of always driving in cars, air conditioned. They actually get out in the sun. Sometimes people have to walk for like 2 hours, and that's just the sun pounding on you, and your body's absorbing vitamin D. So personally, I don't think the percentage of people in Africa who's gonna have vitamin D deficiency would be the same as those who live in America and Europe, because it's colder in some places in America, but it's colder in Europe. So especially the guys in Europe, you know, more likely to have vitamin D. For all of you guys in Europe, in some cold areas in America, go see your doctor. Tell him to check. You know, you do like a blood test, and they check all sorts of things, vitamins and acidity in your stomach. Tell them to do that, and they'll tell you if you have enough vitamin D. If you don't, start taking some supplements. It might save your life, guys. I'm not a doctor, but, do your own research, all right? Let me just put it out there. Don't go there and take up the whole bloody vitamin D for the next years in one go and say because what Tulka said it. Nah, I'm not a doctor, but do your own research about it. It's just something I heard. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if 100 years from now, we'd find out it was set up to eliminate blacks. It wouldn't surprise me at all. That's why I know racists are out there scratching their head because Africans ain't dying like they were anticipated to. And for me, I even believe African countries could have done themselves a favor had they just closed the borders from Europeans. Because some of them will come there and start injecting or just, spraying this coronavirus in the air. Because here's the other thing you guys have to look at. The most countries that are having this issue is South Africa. South Africa has the highest number of whites in the world. In Africa, I mean. It's not from West Africa, it's not from East Africa, it's from South Africa, it's from Southern Africa. It'll be South Africa, Botswana. These countries, Namibia, where the population of white people is higher, are the ones who have a lot of, high AIDS rates, even right now. Even countries like Morocco, which are even closer to Europe, because most people don't go there, have lower COVID cases than South Africa. If you've ever been to South Africa on a plane, it's only white people that fly. Majority of the people on the plane will be white. But when they say, even when they say this thing called Omnicron or something, it sounds like something out of Transformers. The Omnicrons are coming. It's just crazy, If you look at that, when they report it, they always put a black face to it. Have you noticed that? Omnicron out of South Africa. First of all, let me just explain. It's not out of South Africa. South Africa, they have invested a little bit of money because they want to produce their own COVID vaccine. Invested a little bit of money in sort of mapping out the DNA of this virus, and they find it. They found it there, but it's not just in South Africa. It's been found in New Zealand. It's been found in the Philippines. It's been found in other countries. South Africa was just the first country to find it and map it. And obviously, once you do that as a scientific community in the world, you have to send what you find to other parts, to other scientists around the world. But then the media twist the story and then say, oh, from Africa, and they put an African there, because to them they have this unwritten rule that says out of Africa everything is evil, everything is bad. So because we've had this Delta from India, they don't even say, they just says Delta. Now it's the African one is gonna be bigger. There's something to this. And Joe Biden and the rest of Europe, they block South Africa. You can even say, because now African Americans are finding out their roots. And they're traveling to Africa than never before. There's a couple, African American couple in South Africa, they call their channel The Real South Africa. Check them out. These guys have been busy, their business is booming, bringing African Americans to South Africa for them to actually see the option. You don't have to put up with the BS in America. You can actually come to South Africa and enjoy and be part of the majority. And guess what? I wouldn't be surprised if that had the American government scratching their heads, because they could see, they have all the data, they could see the number of African Americans flying to Africa. People are going, oh, damn niggas leaving. You can't go to South Africa now because of this Omnicron. Is it to keep the Africans in South Africa, or is it to keep the African Americans in America? Bang! Think about it. Boom! Please. The world is gone nuts. Let's not fall for their tricks. It's not from South Africa. It's not from Africa. It's all over the world. Scientists in South Africa should be praised. They've done an amazing job. It's not to keep the Africans in Africa. It's actually to keep the African Americans in America. Thank you, guys. Think about it. Thank you for watching. I just wanted to make it real quick.